OMG, my bold and the beautiful fans, we got to talk about today's episode. Ridge proposes to Taylor. Douglas discovers Thomas calls CPS on himself, and he also confronts his father, Thomas. Welcome back to CBS Soap Dish Recap, where we recap everything CBS soaps, both the young and the restless, and the bold and the beautiful. This is your bold and the beautiful recap for November 14th. And without any further ado, let's talk about what went down in Los Angeles today. So let's start out over at Forrester Creations, where Taylor tells Ridge she know it must have been not easy at all to sign those annulment papers, and he confirms that it was necessary and it's done. Now, Taylor also asks him not to bottle up how he's feeling, and he promises never to hide his feelings from her. But Ridge admits that he is sad, and Taylor knows how much he went through with Brooke, and she's sure part of him can't believe that it's really over. But he thought he figured out how to be married, but he was so wrong. Now she wonders, meaning Taylor, if he felt guilty. He said no, choosing happiness does not make him feel guilty. Now Ridge changed the subject after, of course, she asked, what did she do? Nobody knows because Ridge won't open his mouth. However, they talk about how great their kids are, and then they kiss. And then he was like, there was always magic in our marriage, wasn't there? But he has to jog off. But he also asked her to stay by her phone. She paces around until she gets a text message and runs off. And when she finds him in another room, this is what happened.
Hey, Doc.
Hey, what are you doing? Yeah?
Do you remember being in this room many years ago, sharing a great triumph with me?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Walking down the runway, showstopper. Absolutely beautiful and luminous. It seems to me that we have an opportunity right where we left off.
Yes.
Well, yes, after seeing that beautiful gown, she turns around. He dropped on his knee with the ring. She yells yes, and she leaps into his arms and kiss. And as beautiful as that scene was, the question is, how long is this going to last? Because there's Thomas. So over at Eric, Thomas continues to lecture Douglas about using that voice app. He tells him it's disrespectful and it needs to stop. Now he orders his son to delete the app. He mopes upstairs, of course, because Douglas is not happy about that. And then, of course, when he leaves, we see Thomas flashing back to using the app to frame Brooke. And how many times are we going to see this? I don't know how many times, but I guess it's as much as we saw the flashback to Monaco. Go figure. However, this is definitely not going to end well. So now over at Brooke, she's telling Donna that it just broke her heart to sign the annulment papers, but she refused to stand in the way if this is what Ridge really wants. Now, she also tells Donna that Thomas is the one to blame for all of this. Now, Donna is confused, but so is Brooke. Brooke still doesn't understand what she did wrong, and Donna doesn't blame her for not trusting Thomas. She fills her in about him getting really upset with Douglas over at the mansion. Donna says he was just being intense about the app.
Him with Douglas today.
What do you mean? What happened to Douglas? Is he okay?
No, it's fine. It's just Thomas just got really fat with Douglas.
And Donna went on to say how he was being intense about that app. Thomas interrupts. He tells them that he had to lay down the law with Douglas and then explains that he would like to see Brooke alone. Donna checks to make sure this is okay, and you can tell by the look on her face. It was like, are you sure you want me to leave? But she does leave. Of course, she shot another concerned look as she was on her way out. Now, Brooke assumes that he's there just to gloat about the annulment. He confirms it's nice to see the good guys win, but that's not what this is about. He said the reason he came by is to just say that his dad has moved on. And it should have been done years ago. And she gave him this weird look like, what does that mean, should have been done?
I mean, you know that. He's moved on from you and he's with my mother. And they're very happy together. And you've done the thing that you usually do. Back to him and try and plead your case, right? You did that in Aspen. Just don't do it again. All right? It's really, it should have been done years ago.
What does that mean? Should have been done.
And that's the thing. Sometimes when you get a little bit too arrogant and start run off at the mouth, you might get caught up in your words. But he gave an explanation.
What I mean is that my dad should have done this years ago, right? And he finally figured you out at least and moved on. And he found mother again, and they're very happy together, and they're probably going to get married.
You. Something you did.
Of course, it's something.
Now, Thomas accuses her of always hating him. Brooke reminds him that she helped raise him, and it's been hard to support him lately because of the things that he's done. Now, Thomas accuses Brooke of never supporting him, and if she had, maybe he could have reciprocated. Now he doesn't need her trust. Now, Brooke doesn't care what she does to him, but he better never, ever hurt her daughter or Douglas. Now, over at the Forrester mansion, when Douglas goes into his room, he's sulking, he's sitting and thinking about erasing the app. Instead of that, he restores all the deleted files.
Restore deleted files? Oh man, really? Okay, let's see what we've got. Hey, Honey Bear. Okay, so that means this next one should be Donna.
As he listened to all of the files, he soon finds the one Thomas made pretending to be Brooke.
Hello. I'd like to report a child in danger. Named Douglas Forrester. Unstable. He has a knife. Brooke Logan. Please, hurry.
Why would Grandma... She used my app?
Hello. I'd like to report a child in danger. His name is Douglas Forrester. He's at 69 Willow Hill Road, Los Angeles, California. His father, Thomas, is unstable. He has a knife.
Does this mean...
Brooke Logan, please hurry.
Dad called CPS on himself?
So Thomas returns and Douglas explains that he restored all of the files, especially when he was trying to hide the phone. And yeah, this was not a good scene. Let the gaslighting begin because Thomas tried to get his way out of this one with Douglas.
I wanted to hear the recordings just one last time.
Recordings? You said they were all lost in some kind of glitch.
Turns out you can restore them.
I doubt that. Wait, you did it? You got all the files back?
Yep, got all of them back. All of mine. Even some others.
Others?
There was this one with Grandma Brooke's voice. Remember when those people came asking all questions? Must be why they were here. Because of that recording.
And then Thomas tells him it must be some kind of mistake. Douglas was like, no, that was on purpose. I'm not a dummy, Dad. And then, of course, Thomas talking about, oh, this was to drive, your grandfather and your grandmother together. Thomas confirms it. He says, Brooke threatened to make the call just before I did. She doesn't want them together, and Ridge is far happier with Taylor than Brooke. His sons still think what he did was wrong. It reminds him of when he kept Beth being alive from everyone. Now, Thomas insists, no, it's not the same, and it won't end the same. Well, it might not end badly for Douglas, but it's going to definitely end bad for you, Thomas. Okay, so there you have it, your bold and the beautiful recap for Monday, November 14th, 2022. If you haven't checked out the Young and the Restless recap also for today, it has been uploaded to the channel. And until the next video, like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you soon. Bye.